Good morning. Thank you all for being here. I apologize for the technical difficulties we experienced earlier today. These are crazy times. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jamie Edelman, the Director of Literacy, and for the month of August, the interim principal of Roaring Brook School. We are really looking forward to having students back in our buildings, but we want to make sure that we have them there in the safest way possible. Today, I'm going to share a plan that reflects the collective thinking of many people in our district. A few weeks ago, the superintendent assembled a re-entry team to create a plan that would be implemented if the schools open in September. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank two important members of this team, Ross Cooper, our assistant principal, and Megan Galata, our PTA chair, for contributing their honest thoughts and ideas during this process. I'd also like to acknowledge the two Roaring Brook teacher reps on the team, Caitlin Lester and Dawn DuPont, for their hard work and open minds. Before I officially begin, I'd like to welcome Roaring Brook's new principal, Tanya Wilson. Tanya was with us earlier today and was looking forward to having the opportunity to say hello to all of you. Tanya, we welcome you to Chappaqua. We're all looking forward to working with you and getting to know you. Okay, here we go. Again, this is the plan we will implement if Roaring Brook opens in September. This plan offers a broad view. It is likely that as I am speaking, you will find yourself wanting more information in one area or another. Greater detail about each will follow as we continue to flesh out the plan and as we get closer to opening. Please notice the link on this slide. Use this link to jot any questions, comments, or ideas you might have. Because of the nature of this presentation, we will not be able to entertain questions, but we really do want to know what's on your mind. So please use the link and record any questions or feedback you have there. The health and safety of our students and staff is our top priority. Health screenings for all will be conducted each day. In addition, hand sanitizer will be available in classrooms and throughout the building. Masks will be required all day except during lunch, snack, and breaks, and students will social distance. Safety protocols and other training will be reviewed with staff and students. All of our air filters have been upgraded to MERV 8, and all of our HVAC systems have been inspected. We will follow the cleaning guidelines put forth by the Center for Disease Control and the New York State Education Department. All high-touch areas will be cleaned frequently throughout the school day. These include doorknobs, panic bars, paper towel dispensers, etc. Deep, thorough cleanings of our classrooms with EPA-approved cleaners will occur each and every evening. Prior to leaving home each morning, temperatures will be taken by parents, and a software system to support this is being explored. On the bus, masks will be worn, siblings will sit together, and all will social distance when possible. If a student is being dropped off by a parent, masks will be put on before exiting the car. We will use multiple entrants to our building for students to avoid a bottleneck and to allow for social distancing. In order to keep our students safe, we must ensure that they remain 6 feet apart from each other. Therefore, we cannot have 24 students in a classroom at one time. So to support social distancing, each class will be divided into 2 cohorts, Cohort A and Cohort B. The teacher will move flexibly between both groups, allowing equal access to him or her. A supporting staff member will be assigned to each class to support the learning. The example above would look like this. Cohort A would have 12 students and is in room 3 with a supporting staff member, while cohort B, with a different 12 students, is in room 4 with the classroom teacher. The scenario on this screen is a variation of the previous slide. Here we have a class of 23 students. 10 are with the classroom teacher, 9 are with a supporting staff member, and 4 are learning from home. However, all are receiving the same instruction delivered by the classroom teacher. The students in the room with the classroom teacher are seeing the instruction live, while those at home are in the alternate classroom space, accessing the instruction via live stream or Zoom. This is a sample daily schedule for a primary class. All students in this class will follow this schedule, some from home via Zoom, some from the alternate classroom via Zoom, and some live. For all, the classroom teacher is delivering the instruction. Students will eat lunch in the classroom, and school purchased lunch will be delivered to them. This slide illustrates the schedule for an upper elementary class. Again, all will receive instruction from the classroom teacher, some via Zoom and some live. A combination of digital and non-digital tools will be used. In all grades, there are students that receive special education, reading, or E&L services, and those will be delivered during the school day for both students who are learning in school and those who are learning at home. I'd also like to highlight that there are dedicated blocks of time each day for social emotional learning in order to support our students' well-being as they transition back to school. As part of the daily schedule, students will experience specials. The special area teacher will broadcast their lesson into the classroom. To illustrate, day 1, all third grade classes will experience an art lesson at 11 o'clock. Mrs. Elwood will stream into the rooms for the instruction. On all other days of the cycle, Mrs. Elwood will be covering a cohort. Over the last several years, we have spent a great deal of time understanding our classroom space and flexible furniture and how they best support teaching and learning. Now we find ourselves in this unusual situation where we need to use all the space we have and need to be as creative as we can be within the space. At Roaring Brook, we have lots of beautiful outdoor space that we hope to use for lunch, recess, and instruction. All of our students in kindergarten through 4th grade will be receiving an iPad. Please keep your eyes out for an email from our tech department that will outline the distribution of these devices. Each laptop will have Google Classroom, a learning management system, and Seesaw, a portfolio system, on it. And of course, we will use Zoom to access instruction remotely. To keep kids safe, movement within the building will be kept to a minimum. However, if a student needs to use the restroom or visit the nurse, wearing a mask and keeping a distance are required, and of course, hand washing upon return to the classroom. The start of the school year will be staggered so students can transition smoothly to this new way of doing school. For the first 3 days, only a third of the school will attend, and then for the next 3 days, a third will learn physically in school, while the other 2/3 engage in the learning remotely via Zoom. You will receive specific information regarding your child's schedule for these transition days. On Wednesdays, students will be dismissed midday. Since all staff is being utilized for instruction, Wednesday afternoon will be used for professional development, planning, RTI meetings, and CSE meetings. Students will need to bring a backpack to school that is large enough to accommodate all of their supplies, including a device. Supplies will be brought back and forth each day to and from school. We also recommend that you send in 3 masks with your child, so if they need to make a change during the school day, they will have those. There are lots of things, parents, that you can do to help prepare your child for school. You might help your child conceptualize 6 feet. For example, you might say that 6 feet is about the length of a swim noodle. Or you might say 6 feet is about how tall daddy is. This will help them when they are social distancing and need to maintain a 6-foot distance from all other people. You might also decide to pick out a back to school mask that appeals to your child and then practice wearing them. Having your nose and mouth covered for extended period of time takes practice and may take a few days to get comfortable. The recommendation is that we wash our hands for about 20 seconds. For children, singing happy birthday is a nice way to do this. It might feel like it's a long time at first, so you might want to practice singing happy birthday twice while washing hands. School is going to be different, but it is going to be joyful and fun. It is always better when we're in school and learning together, but safety has to be the first priority. Here's a timeline of what you can expect moving forward. This evening, the superintendent will make a presentation to the Board of Education, and then later this week, we are expecting some additional reopening guidelines from the governor. Also, at the end of this week, the district will submit its reentry plan, and that will be posted for you to take a look at. And then, ongoing, between now and the start of school, we will revise our plan and communicate with you as changes are made and the plan is further fleshed out. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this. Please put your questions and feedback on the link. We really do want to hear from you. And we look forward to seeing your children back in school in September. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.